Do you want to know why so many people are moving to Orlando? We're going to tell you exactly why they are choosing to live in Orlando, and some of the reasons are probably why you're considering a move here as well. We have spoken with hundreds and hundreds of people we have helped move, and one of the main reasons is job opportunities. We're going to talk about that right now, but stick around for the last two reasons because, trust me, they're going to have you packing up your stuff right away. As you know, Orlando is a thriving city and the 67th largest city in the United States. Tourism, of course, is our largest industry, but the industries of banking and technology with Truist Bank, Bank of America, and of course, Lockheed Martin, a technology giant, all have campuses and major offices here. We also have an incredible healthcare industry in Central Florida, and the University of Central Florida, the largest college in the United States, is also right here in city limits, and also now has a medical campus and a teaching hospital. The cost of living is a lot less expensive in Central Florida than most major metropolitan areas. As a matter of fact, we did a comparison video between New York and Orlando, and we'll drop that in the comment section down below. There's also a really great tool that you can use for a side-by-side comparison. Okay, since I'm walking into the grocery store, let's discuss the cost of food, which is less expensive than most of the United States, except for perhaps the heartland states. Housing is something that's really creeping up here, but still it is more reasonable than most every metropolitan area. We also have to cover fuel costs, and it's typically less expensive in Florida as a whole, but they do get more expensive in the very busy Miami and Jacksonville areas as expected. And my favorite cost of living benefit, our discount outlet malls, which we have all over the place. And I just love that most of the high-end things you get in New York, we can actually get here in Orlando at a discount. Shh. Lifestyle is always the main reason why people move to Florida, and Orlando specifically offers endless options for everyone. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, it would mean the world to us if you could hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Whatever you choose is available right here, from being a weekend beach bum or a superstar tennis player. Perhaps you want to live the luxury lifestyle or are considering downsizing and simplifying your life. Having lived in Orlando for a long time, I can tell you, your life will improve when you move here. I know mine did. This next one is part reason for moving and part planning for your future. A lot of our clients have confided in us that the reason they moved to Central Florida is to plan for their retirement. And they're really glad they did it when they did it because they just love living here. So now let's explore your options for retiring in Central Florida. You basically have two options: live on the beach and pay a little more money, or live in Central Florida and pay a heck of a lot less. Remember, the beach is only 30 to 45 minutes away, depending on where you live. There are plenty of communities specifically for 55 and older. The Villages, just north of us, is of course the largest in the country. We also have golf communities throughout Central Florida, once again, specifically for 55 plus. Here's something you may not have known: only one member needs to be 55 years old. So sugar daddies and cougars are welcome. When it comes to healthcare, Central Florida is also home to some phenomenal healthcare providers. Orlando Health and Advent Health are two of the biggest in Orlando, and both of them compete against each other, which means we win for amazing service. Now, I'm going to let George talk about this part.
So I've had some experiences with health challenges. I had both knees replaced, a minor heart attack, and a bunch of little things as well. And I have never received better service from any other industry than I did from Orlando Health. Now, Advent Health is equally strong, and because they compete, that means they're trying harder, and we, as their clients, benefit from that. Also, just to the north of us is the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, so everything you need is right around the corner for you. We have the Veterans Hospital here in Orlando, which is second to none, and on every corner there's a clinic. So as far as healthcare is concerned, you are covered.
And that brings us to my favorite reason to move here. We love living in Central Florida because everything that's important to our family is right around us. We're water people and we love swimming in our pool 12 months out of the year. And we love the ocean, the sunrises and the sunsets. We love the theme parks and the fun they have to offer, not only to our kids, but to George and me. But we really do love Halloween Horror Nights. George and I also play golf, and we can play golf at a different golf course every day of the year. And we're starting to become pickleball people. Don't laugh at us, we're just getting started, but pickleball is pretty darn cool. We love watching the rockets take off from Kennedy Space Center, and having Port Canaveral with all the cruise ships right at our fingertips is a wonderful way to spend the weekend. The Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center has Broadway caliber plays and incredible symphonies. And as we mentioned, there are some of the best restaurants right at your fingertips. Both George and I moved to Orlando about 20 years ago, and we are glad we did. Of course, this is where we met, and I hope George doesn't hear me saying this, but I kind of like living here anyway. I'm kidding, of course. All right, if you have any questions for us, please drop a comment below and we will answer it. That does it for now. Hope you have a great day.